the question is slightly different. There are n objects and we want to permutate r objects. That means I have, let's say, 10 objects there, uh, 10 of them, okay? Then I take out and arrange them. I'm not going to arrange all the 10. Probably I want to arrange 5 of them only. How to count? If 10 objects, I want to arrange all the 10 of them. Of course, answer is 10 factorial. But now I have 10. I only want to arrange 5 of them. So how are we going to do this? Okay, so you know the question, right? Now we look at one example. Li Ying, you read this one. How many?
How many ways can three of the letters from the word same be arranged in a row?
Now, how many letters are there in this word?
Five.
One, 5, correct. But you want to arrange how many? How many? You want to
Three.
arrange 3 only. So you prepare only
Five.
3 boxes. You prepare 3 boxes. Okay. So now this first box. How many ways can I fill up the first box here? How many different objects can I put in the first place? 5, correct. 5. Now, after using up one of the letters, how many left here to fill up the second place?
4.
4. Then the last place, how many ways can I fill up the last place?
3.
3. So you can have like that. 5,
60.
4, 3. Oh, multiply together it is 60. Now, you can also find this number 60 using the calculator. Okay, so we can say that, oh, 5, I want to permutate only 3 of them. So the symbol is actually 5p3. 5p3. So you type 5, then you type the NPR button, then you type 3 there and see whether you can get 60 or not. You please check with your calculator, make sure you know how to use the calculator. Is it 60? And
Yes, it's 60, teacher.
60, yeah? Okay, right. So again, we have a certain number of objects, but we are not going to permutate all of them. We are not going to arrange all of them. We only want to arrange a certain number which is less than the total there. So in this case, they are altogether 5, but we want to arrange 3. So the n is 5, the r is 3. Okay, so you can use calculator or you can draw the boxes like this and fill up with numbers. The calculator, if you use the calculator 5p3, then probably next time when we impose conditions on the question, you cannot use the 5p3 already. You can only use the calculator 5p3 if the question is direct. They just ask you, oh, five letters, I want to arrange 3 of them. Yes, you can use 5p3. Now let's say if they say 5 letters, I want to arrange 3, but I have to start with a vowel or I have to end with a consonant, then you cannot use the 5p3 anymore. When they have certain conditions imposed, you cannot use 5p3 anymore. So it is better, don't use the 5p3. It is better to draw boxes like this, then you fill up with numbers. More flexible. When they impose conditions on this permutation, then you cannot use the 5p3, you can adjust accordingly. Okay or not? Okay, so this one is for straightforward question. Got conditions, you cannot use this. Okay, next example. Can you read the next example?
How many ways can the chair of president, vice president, and secretary be filled by 8 persons in a committee?
So now you think, is this the type of question where you have a big number but you arrange a smaller number? Yes. So if yes, then you try to see how many you want to arrange. You want to arrange three of them. The seat, you want to be seated as the president at the center, vice president at the side, secretary at the on the other side. So actually there are three places. There are three places. Okay, the first place. How many ways can you fill up the first place?
Um, 3,
How many you have altogether? A,
8,
B, C, D, E, F, G. How many you have altogether?
8,
Eight. How many people can become the president?
3,
This one is the place. Okay, this is the place. Not this. This is the number of places. One chair, two chair, three chairs. How many people can sit on the first chair here? The first chair.
8,
Eight, correct. So any one of these eight people are Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C until Mr. H. So altogether, eight of them can become the president, right? So altogether eight. Now let's say Mr. A become the president already. We want to choose the vice president. Mr. A cannot become the president and vice president at the same time. So we take out Mr. A. So how many people can become the vice president?
7,
Seven, correct. So let's say if Mr. A and Mr. B, they have taken up the two posts. How many of them? How many people left to become the secretary?
6,
Six. So 876. 876 is 366 ways. Now, in the textbook, they show you how to calculate this NPR. So if you want n, you want to permutate r, it is n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Now, what does this mean? Okay, it means like, let's say our example, the first example, there are five, we want to permutate three. So 5p3, this first example here, this first example, 5p3. So you take 5 factorial at the top, then 5 minus 3 at the bottom. It is not 3 at the bottom, not 3 factorial, but 5 minus 3 factorial. So 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, answer is 60. Now let's say we have the second problem, 8, but I want to arrange only 3 of them. So the shortcut is 8p3. So this is 8p3. 8p3. Okay, so this is 8p3. It is 8 factorial divided by 8 minus 3 factorial. So 8 factorial is 8 factorial. 8 minus 3 is 5 factorial. So using your calculator, you can also calculate 8 factorial divided by 5 factorial. So answer is 336. Any question?
now teacher.
No. No, then we are going to look at slightly different questions so that you can compare, right? If I always ask you the same type of problem, then your mind cannot switch. So we look at another problem. How many ways can the numbers 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8 form a 3-digit number? So I want to choose from how many numbers here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are all together 5 numbers. From these 5 numbers, I'm going to choose 3 numbers and arrange them to form a 3-digit number. Right? So how many ways can this be done?
5,
5, correct. The first one is 5 because you can put any of these 5 numbers in the first place here. Then here, the second place,
4,
4. Then this one,
3,
3. So 5, 4, 3. Okay, 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3 is 60. Now, these questions say repetition not allowed. Repetition not allowed means when you have used up one number, then the next place you have less number to choose from. You have less number to choose from. Let's say 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, you use up 3. Then you are now left with 4, 5, 7, 8. So you are left with 4 only. But let's say if they say repetition allowed. Repetition allowed means after using the number, you can use the same number again. So let's say after using 3 here, here also I can still use 3. The last place also I can still use 3. So how many ways are there if you are allowed to repeat?
5,
The first one is 5, second
5,
5, the third one
5.
also 5. So 5
Okay.
times 5 times 5 is 125. Any question?
No, teacher.
No. Okay.